This is the 2025 Mazda CX-70. You might say, wait, Connie, that looks exactly like the CX-90. Well, it is. It's essentially the same car without the third row, and it's more expensive. I don't get it, but hey, it's pretty. I love this new copper color. It is called melting copper metallic. And I think copper or rose gold, it looks very rose gold to me. It's having a moment. It started with the Lexus RX a few years ago, came out in this kind of color. Then the Nissan Ariya has a color similar, and now we have this. And I honestly love it. I think it's a fantastic color. It's got a couple unique things on it that aren't on the CX-90. Some of the front grille embellishments and things like that. The surrounds, this color is dedicated to the CX-70. These wheels are unique to the CX-70. I am in the plug-in hybrid. The powertrains are the same as the CX-90, so you get a 4-cylinder plug-in hybrid or a turbo inline 6-cylinder, which is not this one. But again, same powertrains as the CX-90, same body style as the CX-90. We get the body color cladding, which I really like, especially on this color, because again, I absolutely love this color. The same back end looks very similar. All-wheel drive is standard, just like the CX-90. We get a big, beautiful rear cargo area because again there is no third row in the CX-70, so you get just as much space as if there was a third row. You even get the cup holders from the CX-90. We have tie-down hooks, we have a 12-volt, we have a household plug, and then we get power folding. Oh, sorry, they're not power, but they are button release here. And then we get some under storage here as well. There is one that has like actual cargo. Okay, there is a little secret compartment there, but there's another one. The other version of this has like a deeper sub-trunk kind of space under there, and I have seen that on the CX-90 as well. So again, tons of room, lots of cargo space. This with properly equipped can tow up to 3,500 pounds. Really comfortable Mazda steering wheel. As always, they're pretty standard across their entire lineup. We have adaptive cruise control, which I did use. I went on about a 400-kilometer road trip in this week. Stereo controls, which is great because that is not a touch screen. Fully digital center gauge cluster. It looks fantastic, is very clear. It even changes when you turn on your cruise control, and this does show vehicles. It shows you how far you are in front of the vehicle in front of you. And then we have our PHEV battery life. Right now we have 17 kilometers in battery. This max range on this PHEV is about 40 kilometers, just under 40 kilometers, and 26 miles in full electric range. I've been plugging it in at home overnight on a level 1, and I've been getting a full battery every night in about 10 hours of charging. We do get a full big head-up display in this top trim. I know that's always impossible to see on camera. Then we move over to our center screen, and it is called a center display because it is not a touchscreen. And I know some videos say it's a touchscreen in Apple CarPlay, but it is not. It is not a touchscreen. When I am stopped, I am in park, it is not a touchscreen. I've looked through the settings. You cannot turn this on. This is leather and very beautiful, very clean design. I think it's gorgeous with the contrast stitching. And then we have our tri-zone climate control here in the front. We can control the rear as well. But I will say, and I know I said this the first time I had the CX-90, and again, this is all identical to the CX-90. These two buttons, the heat is here and the cooler is here. I think this could be one toggle button, and up would be for heat and down would be for cold. That is in some other cars, and I really like that feature. Heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, wireless charging pad, 12-volt, 2 cup holders, My Drive 4 drive modes. So in this one we have sport, normal, EV, and off-road. Of course, this is all-wheel drive. EV would be electric only, and I do have 17 kilometers of electric driving available to me, but I will say it's a little sluggish in EV mode. I have tried it. Again, controlling our center display is the typical Mazda stuff. The dial, our volume, you can change your songs, you can change everything using these controls. And then we get a nice center cubby. It's not very big, but we do have our 2 USB-C chargers in there. And then as part of this top trim, we also get a really good clear 360 camera. Again, we have tons of room, and this is the top trim. So we have the giant panoramic sunroof. In the US, this trim is called the Premium Plus. Here in Canada, this is the GT. So that GT Premium Plus trim means we also get this Napa leather interior, a nice big center armrest. We also get tri-zone climate control, heated seats back here, 2 USB-C chargers, quite a big center hump here, but we also get rear window shades, which is great, really nice materials, and a 12-speaker Bose sound system, which is pretty good. This is a 2.5-liter plug-in hybrid. That plug-in hybrid gets you 26 miles in pure electric range, which is just under 40 kilometers, which I think is really great. I can go all week without using any gas. I've been plugging in at home overnight, full charge in about 10 hours. This is 323 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. It's an 8-speed automatic, and it can tow up to 3,500 pounds. Okay, so I didn't talk about the option to choose this color. So it is a $450 option and a $300 Canadian option for this color, but I find that most Mazda colors are an option. They charge a premium, I think, unless you're going with like a basic white or black. The CX-70 for 2025 starts, the PHEV starts at just under 59,000 Canadian and around 54,000 US dollars. That is for the plug-in hybrid. The inline 6-cylinder can be had for about 6K less. So you're paying a premium for that electric range. And I love plug-in hybrids. Some people say they're pointless and what have you, but I love plug-in hybrids because you can go all week without using gas if you're driving less than about 40 kilometers a day, which a lot of people do. This one is the top trim. As I mentioned, it's the GT in Canada, it's the Premium Plus in the US. So with that, you get the 12-speaker Bose, the head-up display, the panoramic sunroof, and a few other things that really give it a more premium or luxury feeling, including these Napa leather seats, which are very nice. This one as spec, just under 66,000 Canadian and just under 60,000 US dollars. So premium pricing. What really surprised me is that really the basic difference between this and the CX-90 is the lack of the third row. Yes, I will say they threw in Amazon Alexa, so Amazon Alexa is new in here. But it is more expensive than the CX-90. So the CX-90 plug-in hybrid, so again, not the inline 6-cylinder, which would come in a little bit less expensive, starts at around 55,000 Canadian and around 50,000 US dollars. Topping out around 64,000 Canadian and around 57,000 US dollars for the Premium Plus CX-90. So you're actually paying less to get a third row. Personally, I'm going with the CX-90. I am a mother and I have kids, and obviously we still drive around their friends and so on, but clearly this is targeted towards families that don't need the third row, will never need the third row, or people that don't have kids, perhaps empty nesters. What do you think? Which one are you choosing? I do love the CX-90 and the CX-70. I think they're beautiful, very premium feeling. I love a lot of Mazda features. Unfortunately, it's missing the touchscreen for me. That's a thing for me that I think is a barrier. But let me know what you think. Leave me a question or comment. Please do subscribe, and we'll see you soon.